mean?
Exactly.
And like I say, don't label me. Don't label me.
Yeah.
If you're going to touch my hair, observe my hair. That's the rule I apply when I work with clients.
Yes.
Observe my hair, don't give it a label, and work with my hair.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what my hair does, what I want from my hair, and let's work from there.
Exactly.
Because a 4B and a 4B and a 4B, each of them are different.
Yeah.
Some retain water more, some doesn't.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean anything. I keep saying that in a lot of my postings, that I don't understand the labeling. Move away from that. YouTubers, hello! It's Melissa, the M of the M Nature Bespoke Hairstyles. I'm back, and this is the H. And this is Ruby.
Hi, people.
And I put out today, part of the mind, I put out that today Ruby was coming to get her hair retightened, and I was hoping to do a recording with her whilst we're doing her retightening. So right now we're retightening Ruby's hair, and it's just an opportunity for us to find out how Ruby feels about our service, why she's here, what she enjoys about our service, and basically what would be good, Ruby, is you can ask us questions.
Yes.
Because a lot of people have questions they want to ask us, and they're not able to reach us for whatever reason, because we talk to UK and beyond. Yeah, so first of all, Ruby, I'll ask you, how do you feel about our service?
Well, first and foremost, I'm very grateful I walked into Bespoke Hairstyles because...
Ruby, speak a little bit louder so the camera can hear you.
I'm saying I'm very grateful for walking into Bespoke Hairstyles and just finding them, because before, I used to research Sisterlocks and wonder, who does them. Because when you do a Sisterlocks search on YouTube, you'll find that, most people are just in the States, And I was wondering, I really like Sisterlocks, and I'd cut my hair.
You had traditional locks before?
Yeah, I remember.
How long?
Because before then I'd cut my hair as well, so they were like maybe longer than this, but not so long yet.
How were they maintained? Twist?
Yes,
Twisted,
twist, not interlocking, twisting with the gel.
Okay.
And you see that, the build up. In fact, I remember when my sister was actually like cutting them off and she was squeezing them and they had some juices coming off.
Okay.
So yes, that experience, I didn't want to have that again, and probably having to go to someone who had started them badly, and the other times had maybe joined, all those fairs. So I didn't want to have to. So you know what? I did my locks, search as well, trying to look at the types of locks out there, the one that would suit me. And what, because I like some things to be particular. When you're particular about something, like your hair, you want your something to look, and if the fact that for like traditional locks, the other thing was why the way they were so thick, it gave me, that impatience. Just I was like, why am I even struggling? These are things we just comb out and you remove.
So how did you come across Sisterlocks?
But now Sisterlocks, I just did my research because I was like, you know what? When I cut my hair and I was growing my hair, and I couldn't cope with just going to do braids all the time. I would do Ghana braids and then remove, maybe rest for like 2 weeks, then I'm back in braids again, So for that reason, I was like, you know what, I'm not even, I should stop cheating myself. I belong to locks, but what type of locks suits me?
Okay.
Yes. So I went back again and did my research, because at the very first time I had the traditional locks, I didn't, to be honest, I knew I wanted locks, but I didn't spend as much time knowing and researching. Exactly. So this time I dedicated time. I put time aside and just went, and that time it was good because I was on a study break. So after my studying for the day, I'd spend like even 1 hour maximum just watching YouTube videos, typing up maintenance. I can tell you everything. I did everything. Reading. I was even this close to buying a book on Amazon about Sisterlocks. Anyway, so I went on, did the research, just reading, watching people's reviews on YouTube, seeing them the styles of Google and YouTube, dreadlock styles. Even before I didn't have the dreadlocks, I was dreadlock styles, and just seeing the art, how they make their hair, how the dreadlocks are, the naturalness, and I was like, you know what, I belong to locks, but this time I'm so sure I want Sisterlocks. So that's how my journey towards Sisterlocks went. So, but now I was like, okay, now that I know I want Sisterlocks, what's next? I need to find someone who can do them. Exactly. So I went on, continued watching the videos. Now, because the way you name your videos, Sisterlock Consultant UK. I was ready. I was like, what's this? Tell me I found someone. So I clicked on Melissa's video and watched, and she had done the video about you are done your video about starting, it was the starting stage. Yes. Okay, how can I, this is, I'm still watching the video, but like, okay, but how do I get to her? So luckily enough, you had your details right at the end of the video.
Okay.
And there I was. And that's how my journey with bespoke hairstyles began.
How many years did it take you, Ruby, to find a Sisterlocks consultant in the UK?
Honestly.
You researching and doing all you were doing? How long?
This was coming to now 1.5 years.
Okay.
1.5 years. And in between then, I was in between the braids and the Ghana braids. I knew I wanted locks because I was tired of doing all that, the braids. And by the time I was doing my research and finding out and doing, it was 1.5 years gone. When I have my hair retwisted by both of you, I mean, it's wholesome. Yeah, I don't just come here to get my hair done. Yeah, I also come to interact on so many other levels. Yeah, but I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Beyond, because I haven't found. When you're happy, when you do not have any other alternatives to experiment with, you're happy with what you got at that one go. So that's how I feel. I'm happy with everything I've been getting so far. My hair feels good. I feel good. I look great. I've gotten compliments that have even built my self-esteem, to be honest. Good. Yeah. So, you don't have anyone, stopping you ordinarily and talking to you about your hair. Who does that? Who did that with me? No one, I can tell you.
When you had your afro hair?
When I had my afro hair up. Who? I mean, they just know, yes, it's afro hair, it's there, yes, it's natural. Yeah, but there's nothing really much to talk about. But when they see these little, curly things, sitting on my head, and they're like, what is that? I actually love that, what is that? So, for me, that adds value to me as well, because it makes me feel good about myself, So obviously, with your services, for you to deliver that, I mean, I don't even need to be saying more. That speaks for itself. So I'm happy, I'm satisfied, and and
I
you
like
guys
that
are
description. Wholesome.
Yeah.
And what did you say your mom said when she saw your hair?
She was like, so you mean this is the Sisterlocks? I was like, yes, Mom, this is the Sisterlocks. Oh, I love it.
Good.
So that for me was a stamp of affirmation. I was like, yes, Mom loves it. That's it. Yeah. And for me, it's now, at the stage of my life right now, the way things are taking off. Just finished my degree.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So you have to be very frugal with how you spend your money. And Sisterlocks helps me do that, to be honest, because when you don't have to retighten every other time. Yeah. I'll come back, I'll have my my appointment set. And it helps me plan as well, because it helps me with my planning. Whereas, when I had the braids, I mean, I'll do the braids and extensions every other time. That was, every other, within 2 months, I've maybe done my hair 3 times.
Pulling on your follicles.
Yeah, exactly. See,
that's talking about that.
Hairlines, yes.
Were you going to talk about your hairline?
Yes, my hairline. And because I did braids and extensions and Ghanaian braids all the time.
Ghana braids. You know the braids where it starts small.
Yes.
Then you add extensions.
Yeah.
And you have to quite pull the hair quite tight along the temple.
Yeah. So I had, because of that pulling, I had a receding hairline. My hair was weaker at the front You know, in fact, there are times, this time I did the kind of braids and I was thinking, oh my God, my hair actually starts. You know, my forehead was out. You know, I was thinking, yeah, but ever since I started with my Sisterlocks, you know, my hairline is back. It's back, people. Yeah, it's back. Because even when I wash my hair, and you know, you can see the baby hair, you know, it's exactly, I can see the difference, especially when it's wet. I can just see like all the places that didn't have hair before.
It's
You know,
growing back,
yeah, there's hair growing back. Yeah, and another thing as well, my hair produces oil. Oil. I would not even, well, which is what I mean. We'll talk about it, like the hair care, you know, my regime, what I do. You know, yeah, but my hair is producing its own natural oils. You know, it feels healthier. You know, it's fuller. And right now at this stage, because baby stage, yeah. So it's the shrinkage, and yeah. And I was telling you that I like to whip my hair when it's wet. That is why I love Sisterlocks. That is why I'm here today. That is why I will be here many other times to come in the future. You know, and that is why I'm with Bespoke. Yeah.
So you're going to be working within a corporate environment.
Yes.
And you've started, haven't you, working within a corporate environment?
Yes.
And with your Sisterlocks, did you get an interview?
I did get an interview, and I did not have any issues at all. I was smart and spotless.
So you go to work.
Yes, and I got the job.
So you go to this job interview. You go to work with your Sisterlocks out.
Yes, I go to work
some people
with my
wear
Sisterlocks
weaves,
out. Yeah, I go to work with my Sisterlocks completely out. When I wake up in the morning, I just water in my hands, use it on my hair, and liberally, like in fact. I can say maybe even once a week sometimes. I know sometimes, but it's just because of the way my hair produces so much oil, and I'm trying to keep it clean for as long as possible. So when I spritz, I'll spritz like maybe even twice a week. Yeah, that's just how my hair. That's just how my hair. It doesn't suffer. And anyway, when I leave the bathroom in the morning, like I just put hands in my hair, like water in my hands, and then just
you just shake it
and
up.
shake it up, and then put my bow, and I'm off to work, and that's it. That's all I do. Yeah.
Experience some slippage.
Yes,
to the front.
Yes, my hairline, just so the water doesn't get. So it's been a critical affair with my hairline, trying to make sure that it doesn't slip or unravel. You know, so
because you're at that stage when your hair can unravel.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes. So I've been doing everything in the books to just try and make sure. Yeah.
What we'll try and do is, you know, this is new growth to the front of your hair. So when we retighten your hair, it's not necessarily, we won't necessarily retighten the new growth. Because that's weakened follicles that have survived all the pulling.
Yes.
And so if it's overpulled, that's when you'll suffer hair loss.
Yeah.
So even though people sometimes like want the lines and the partings, sometimes it's best to just leave it alone.
Yes.
Because you'll fall off.
Yes.
When we feel your strands are strong. Yeah.
And that's so true, by the way, because that's the other thing which has enabled me, what Sisterlocks has enabled me to do is just to let it be. Just let it be. Your hair will do its own thing. Honestly, I didn't understand when I watched people saying that, oh, you know, you just have to be. In fact, for me, it's beyond patience what I have with Sisterlocks, because I just enjoy. I don't even think of you know, patience is a word I think of when I'm maybe waiting on a queue. I never think when it comes to my hair, I don't think of patience because I'm just happy. I'm full on with it. I'm just in it. Yeah. So I hardly even think of, oh my God, you know, I can't wait for my hair to grow. Oh my God, I can't wait to. I'm just
content.
I'm just in it. Yeah. First of all, I find it very efficient because
that's what we thought. That's why we decided to do this.
Very efficient. Second, and most importantly, is that I still look good. My hair is uniformly parted. Everything is neat. Yeah. I told you before I'm particular. So I would not be seated here if there was something bad going wrong. So anyway.
Do you notice a difference? Do you know which bit Melissa does and which bit Iget does?
I wouldn't know. I would not know. Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know because everything's been parted uniformly. My hair looks good. The thickness is all uniform across my head. That I look good. I feel good. My hair looks good. It's uniform. it's efficient, it's time saving, because you know when you have things you need to do at the end, and you know there are two people working, it's efficiency. One, fine. Two, efficiency is introduced into the system. Three, whatever, but I'm happy. Two people working on my head, I'm happy. And you're strict about the, you know.
Just so you know, background on Melissa and Nigette, just in case you don't know, we're anal. We're perfectionists, and our hair has to be on point at every level.
Yes.
So we apply that rule when we lock our clients, when we twist a client's hair, when we touch a head. We don't mess. We want it to look nice.
So they actually plan. They plan how they're going to work with your hair before the actual installation begins. And I think that stage is very important. And then you have two people working on your hair and are perfectionists like Melissa and Higet. So that is why, again, I insist that, you know, having two people work on your head for me is efficient, and you guide each other.
Yes, that's very important.
You guide each other. We check. They always check on each other. Is this section equal to this one? Okay, how should I usually hear them consulting each other and like, don't mind us, just don't worry, just mind us, don't mind us. Yeah, and you hear them asking in between each other, is this section fine? Okay, yes, maybe you should add some this, you know. That's guiding each other and working. Yes, it's very important. I think it's very important mostly because as well, you know, that is where both of you, it binds you. You know, when you have two brains working together at the same time, it's really different from one. You can't have two people operating with different sets of minds. So for you, it also helps to, you know, to submerge your ideas together as you're working, and it just polishes up the process. And that is why I'm a testimony. Results.
That is so good to know, because that's how I feel. I feel like we're there to complement. Total respect for what we do. We respect, and we do different things, and we have different ways of doing things, but we check each other.
Yes.
So you never take, even at the end of a session, one of us is we're watching each other, and we are correcting. Or sometimes you're just tired and you don't know whether should you add or
Exactly.
And you always need a second opinion.
See?
Exactly. Always, you can never, and I believe this strongly, and this is why I do this. I believe as a community, we've always worked as a group. We are communal.
Yes.
We don't do things necessarily alone.
Exactly.
So where you can do it, from our background, you can have two people, you know, back in Sierra Leone, you see two people working on hair.
Yes.
You know, so we believe it can be done because it has been done, and you don't necessarily have to see. It's just how you do it.
Yes.
So for us as well, it's a celebration of our culture.
Yes.
You know, women coming together and working together.
So for me, basically, your role is to learn about your hair, to learn about what it's like, you know, what type of oil is good for your hair. And then when you go to your hairdresser or the person who does your hair, let that person know, I prefer you know, using this on my hair because that's what it likes.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm allergic.
You know, because it's not because we do hair that we know what will work on your strands. Not at all. You the one actually who have to teach us, who have to guide us, you know,
and
be in there together,
and
work on your hair together,
and say from
to get the result you want. You know.
And say that again, Ruby.
And say what from your past hair experiences.
What
has been working?
Good, you know, communication is important. Communicate with your hairdresser is very important. Otherwise, you end up, you know, losing your hair.
And this applies. I wish this is somebody like someone watching you who has got chemical treated hair. But this is a rule for anyone. You know, even the white person watching this right now, thinking, "Why am I watching this posting?" You have to talk to your hairdresser. If your hairdresser's on your head and there's a silence,
It's not normal.
That's not normal.
It's not normal.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
And that's why we created this service, because I felt like I asked people to do my hair and they'd be silent to it, and then my hair would look fabulous, but then I'd suffer hair loss and didn't know what's going on with my hair.
Exactly. So
I myself, when you get hair experience, are completely different.
exactly.
So therefore, the things she would do would work for her.
Yeah.
If I tried it, it won't work.
Yeah.
And I have to be comfortable with it. And
So-
same as, you know, so we talk, but we
Yes.
can't be the same. And then it's great. You
Exactly.
take
But
from
it's
it.
good to share as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, to hear from the customers as well. When you come here, it's not because we're doing hair that we know everything.
No.
We want to know. We just
We
keep
learn.
searching and
It's
searching.
a learning process.
You know,
yeah.
that's all about the posting we do. You know, most of the time is about things we search about and we learn about, and we want to share about what that all does, what this does, what you should do. And you know, we didn't necessarily go to school and sat down on the table and you know someone
Yeah.
told us do, you know, the question of this and that.
Exactly.
You get that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You know, it's about researches, it's about what's you know, some of our customers telling us, and you know, it's about sharing,
Yeah. Exactly.
you know, giving ideas. And sometimes we want to have time to, you know, answer to all of your questions, because we have, you know, hair work to do, and
Family
the kids
business.
and everything. So
Yeah.
you know, so in between changing nappies,
Yeah.
you know, I have to run back to the computer, answer that question, and
I
you know,
know.
post that,
I know.
you know, ideas or whatever about. So what we're gonna do is to, you know, answer your question, you know, in some small posting some days during the week, you know, whenever we have the chance, you know, and we will try our best to answer all your question. And sometimes we can even be blocked, we don't even know about some answer, and then we
Yeah,
go
we just
back
tell
and
you.
look about.
Yeah, we research.
No,
No, but if we don't know, we get.
we don't know. Yeah, that's
There are
what I
things
want to
that-
say. We
Yeah,
just
exactly.
go and do
Exactly.
a lot of research.
If we
and-
can't find the answer,
and then
somebody, this is a communal thing.
Yes.
We are not experts.
A community
are
is
not.
a
When somebody asked me a question, somebody asked me a question on not Coca-Cola, the drink, about colouring their hair. I didn't have the answer. I just put it out there and somebody gave me the answer and I fed it back. Sometimes we should throw it out to you
Yeah.
because we don't know. And because we're always in hair. So sometimes we don't have that time to research quickly enough to give you that information. But the brilliant thing about a connection is that we're now connected with so many people. They can give us the answer because everybody's becoming everybody's researching, everybody's becoming an expert.
Exactly.
So where we can't find
But
a
it's good
solution,
to get the question as well, because that helps us.
Yeah, because we
to
don't
go
know.
and do
Any prompts.
researches that
Yeah.
we didn't think about at all.
we are
So,
learning.
yeah.
We are still novices and we're learning.
Yeah.
And when, like I say, when we know better, we do better, and we keep on
Exactly.
sharing.
Exactly.
Sharing, that's very important. Keep sharing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Share. That's
Share,
the
share,
spirit.
share.
Yeah.
I'm sharing the task of doing your retightening, Ruby. It's my responsibility to make sure that I'm doing it properly
Yes.
and we're mirroring each other.
Yes.
It can't be even if I recognize your curl pattern is different from whichever position, we'll have to talk about it.
Yes.
And so when you walk away, you're not walking away thinking, well, why is it different? You know, we'd have to do something about it to make sure that they're looking uniform.
Okay.
And that's where we'll talk to
Yes.
Yvette and we'd review it. So it's their responsibility on their hair to make sure you come out of there with a positive experience. And even if it's a bit different, you know why.
Yeah.
You know why this bit,
Yeah.
the back is different from this bit.
Yes.
Because we've explained it to you.
Explain,
But
yeah.
the consistency of the locking pattern is still the same.
Exactly.
You need to know what's
Same.
happening on your hair.
Yes.
You need to know. That's your hair.
Yeah.
That's something you're going to carry
Yes.
permanently for a long
Forever.
time.
Yeah.
You need to know what's going on your
And
hair.
Good.
So that's it. It's all about communication and sharing.
Yeah.
Ruby,
Two keywords.
Yes.
thank you. Communication and sharing. for
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Communication and sharing. Yes.
Ruby,
Important.
thank you. I've been
You're
telling you, Ruby, that your
Yes.
hair is amazing. You know,
Yes.
I've posted it on
Yes.
Sisterlocks Lovely and
Yeah.
people have liked it.
Yes.
And I'm going to put pictures out of us, and we feel that people will gain from. There's no one like you, Ruby.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
No, there's no one like you.
Yes.
And people will gain from following you and seeing your story because your story is inspirational.
Yeah. So
Great.
it is coming. Yeah.
Thank you, Ruby, very
You're
much.
welcome. Thank
We are
you.
honored that you are now part of this club,
Yes.
Sisterlocks Club, and
Yes. 3 months.
well done.
Coming on to 4
You've
next
done
month.
great.
Yes.
Yeah, and thanks for doing this video.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye.
Take care of you. Bye.
Ah well, mon nom s'appelle SK, original.